Super session continues with the Championship men's semi-finals. It's Ireland against New Zealand, the defending champions, looking to go through to the final once again. And it's Rob Vickerman and Rugby Hall of Famer Gareth Rees.
Thank you, Rupert. The drums are beating here. There is so much anticipation in the stadium. Look at those doors open. Out they come. The green and black of Ireland and New Zealand. Here contesting the championship semi-final at Rugby World Cup Sevens 2022. Hello, I'm Gareth Rees, joined by Rob Vickerman. It's been 17 years since these teams have met. As Rupert mentioned, Harry McNulty was immense in their quarterfinal victory, that upset over South Africa. And a late change for New Zealand. Sione Malia comes into the side for Regan Ware. Very, very late change there. And Rob, so much anticipation about this big semi-final.
Well, so much anticipation. You can see these teams parading in this arena. Referee Ruben Keane about to take control of it. Very much about Ireland's call against the All Blacks. New Zealand team unprecedented in the game of sevens. They have done it all, and they seek to continue this incredible record of 12 consecutive Rugby World Cup Sevens wins.
You know which way you're going to go?
Well, there's New Zealand's results, convincing win over Scotland and a tough one against Argentina. And Ireland, you'll notice, have played one extra game. We'll talk a bit about that in a second, but that crucial party-spoiling win against the Blitzbach last night. New Zealand kicking us off in the black jerseys. Ball spilled out of the hands of Terry Kennedy. Quick line out. New Zealand so confident on the ball. This young man, Moses Leo, got a big try last night and also got a big try 2 weeks ago in the Los Angeles victory in the HSBC World Series. And New Zealand lifted the gold there. Good offload, inside running is rewarded. Fantastic initiation from McGarvey Black. New Zealand on the board.
Well, that's about as composed as you expect from this All Blacks team, who are littered with star quality right across the board. Ireland, first error seemingly in 2 games they played, because they were pretty immaculate against South Africa last night. They coughed the ball up. You give it to New Zealand, it's a matter of time. Lovely little inside ball. Look at the roll of the wrist. Nashu leaves it on a plate. Injection of pace coming through from Ngori Mugabe Black. And it is first blood to the men that wear black.
Oh, nicely struck conversion, just slips inside the glowing left pink post.
A man down, a bit of a timeout to make sure. I think it's Andrew Smith who took a bit of a heavy knock.
And you see that graphic come up. Obviously, they're looking for 3 in a row. Those are those 12 wins in a row you alluded to, Rob. But this season, they have not got any hardware to show it. Silver, bronze at the Com Games, silver in the pre-Olympic tournament. So they lost to Fiji. Last week they did lift it in LA, but there was lots of talk about Argentina, Australia, South Africa, Fiji, all with the chance to win this series. And I think they were the forgotten team, and they didn't like it, this New Zealand outfit.
I think they got a real point to prove, Reece. We're seeing already just how much this competition means to them.
Counter ruck is super effective. Hands on the ball again. Off and running again. McGarvey Black all alone. Try for New Zealand.
Well, the sights are on this man once again, but the vision of the stadium was seeing the pure elation from Nashu and Scott Curry chest bumping themselves after this. Both of them clatter that collision. That's the turnover, there's the space, and keep an eye on that left shot. Those 2 players are the reason why that happened. They are psyched, celebrating in the background. What a start this is for New Zealand. There was always going to be a question around Ireland's emotion after last night. Conversion just left, but from the highest of the highs, Ireland now facing the most arduous of opportunities against this All Black Sevens team.
Yeah, McGarvey Black gets the try, but as you said, Scott Curry, a big part of that. The 34-year-old spent some time at 15s in Japan, has come back specifically for Com Games and for this Rugby World Cup of Sevens, looking to be a part of another gold medal performance. And right now, Ireland in the way, but they're 10 points down.
Hand-up conceded from Rocco Salua. That is the first error of what has been an impeccable start to this game for New Zealand. The tides were turned yesterday. Ireland's game was almost perfect against South Africa. Chance now to try and get some inroads.
Sean Cribben, who was rewarded the start by coach James Topping in last night's blitzblock a game and produce well. Everything going wrong for Ireland at the moment.
Well, it really is. Talk about last night, because we have to mention it.
Must come to his feet to play.
It was a game that kicked off at 10:30 p.m. local. New Zealand watched it in bed in the southern sun. A case now of New Zealand looking laser focused. They are on point, ball in hand once more.
Yeah, just to reiterate, Ireland with not only that extra game, New Zealand, their kickoff was 7:35. So this Irish side was still in this stadium at 11 p.m., still on that field. Had to get home and regroup for this kickoff, which is 12:35 lunchtime, local time. Terry Kennedy's won the penalty back.
That was good. Mark's here.
A bright spark for Ireland.
A nice little bit of composure here. Many people would think, with Ireland barely touching the ball in this game, they want to tap and get going, but they're going to a strength. Their set piece is phenomenal. Terry Kennedy benefited from the remarkable skill set up front from the forwards, turning over lineouts for fun. And this is where the penalty was, contested at the floor.
Black on the
Kennedy
line.
over
Please.
it so fast.
Yeah, they're going to stand the line.
And if you're not there within a second, you're late.
Well, we know he can score tries, but he won a penalty there and took a good shot for it too. McNulty, really the man of the hour last night here in Cape Town Stadium. Gets his team off and running with line-up possession. Kennedy just jersey grabbed, goes to ground.
Leave him.
And again, New Zealand willing to disrupt. There's four of them standing over that ruck. Now the ball will go away. McNulty's going to come back. As New Zealand had taken away the midfield as well. Eric McNulty got one of those tries last night against South Africa. Conroy also seemed to wake up a little bit. Great dancing running there infield. Oh, and look at the counter again. Clearly in their game plan, and they've won a penalty.
Oh, we saw this against Argentina. New Zealand's big men standing up, using their weight, their power, their strength, and just the noise on the ref mic about how much they're targeting it. 2 penalties against Ireland, but it's 2 earned from New Zealand. Again, it's Scott Curry. Again, Narshu alongside him, and Dixon's there. The 3 biggest lads getting stuck in. Masterclass with the ball on the floor for New Zealand.
My calls, please.
Clear game plan from head coach Clark Laidlaw is working.
Crouch.
Just a minute and a half left in this first half. It's been all New Zealand.
Let him be.
Rokoli Thoa.
Set.
Putting the ball into the scrum. Spider Cam giving us this great shot here. Serious width with Leo holding the width.
Yeah, it's backwards, play on.
Again, another ruck turnover. Both sides found wanting there. So a chance for Ireland to get into this one. McNulty dancing, attracts 2 defenders, sloppily puts the ball back, and it's been knocked on.
Leave it there, boys.
And it is that decisive, these little tiny moments. Harry McNulty trying to argue the case, but something as simple and as basic and as expected as putting the ball down properly. In that moment, not easy to do by any stretch, but that's how quickly New Zealand can pounce on it. It's seen as an error.
But give him space, okay, to feed the ball.
Still 10-0.
I said I understand.
30 seconds left in this first half.
Give him space, okay? I understand.
Yeah, New Zealand have a 9-0 record over this Irish group, including 2 wins at Rugby World Cup 7s, but it must be said, now securing a top 4 finish, this Irish outfit has gone from strength to strength to strength in the last 2 years.
This program didn't exist in Ireland 6 years ago, Reece. They started at the basement, they've been up to the top tier. Toulouse final, their current highlight, but they're looking for more.
The short side, nice cover tackle.
No.
Arriving Irishmen do well. Play on, says our referee. The crowd are in behind them. They've transferred their support of a different color green jersey, I think. Again, lack of precision from the Irish. But they're gonna have a penalty call. No wrap tackle.
That could have been a second whistle for a yellow card, because this is a conversation that needs to happen. 2 right, good nudge. Referee in the moment, understandably, took a time to think about it, but
what's your call?
Leo most definitely took the man without the ball.
Scrum call.
Kelly with the break. That's him taking out Kennedy, and that was a try-scoring opportunity. That is gamesmanship, but it's a yellow card.
No. No.
Perhaps a smart professional foul. We'll see what happens in the next 2 minutes. will finish this half and then run on with the remainder of the time as Moses Leo sits there in the naughty chair.
Opts in for the scrum midfield. Interesting decision. Cribbin brought into the team on the right, and that man, Jordan Conroy, outside Kennedy on the left.
A heap of ground to cover for those New Zealand defenders. Kennedy a little slow to arrive. Now when they come back, this is when New Zealand will be exposed. One man short. Here they go. Dancing back infield is Jack Kelly. Through the hands. Andrew Smith pushes it wide. Jordan Conroy. Again a regroup. Smith again. Now it's 3-on-1. McNulty gets it wide. Open, untouched is Jack Kelly. Score for Ireland.
That is how you take advantage of it. Precision, perfection, execution, everything needed to get Kelly on the right. Wow. This New Zealand team made them work for that. Scott Corey almost getting there in the corner. Look at the passing. Spidercam gives us the view. These are 20-metre passes off the left hand, perfectly on point. That is how hard you got to work to score against New Zealand in a World Cup.
But even that extra effort from Curry, a bit of a shot to the head, but he keeps that conversion out wide. Quite a difficult one. So, first try for Ireland. Lining it up is Mark Roach. Oh, what a kick. Beautifully judged. It's off the upright. So cruel.
That hit both uprights. That was really close.
That'll do it for the first half. New Zealand up 10 points to 5 over Ireland.
Then they have two take it out. I think that last man, so that third man carries. That last one just dropping in behind. There's no point trying to go down the touchline. So either deep switch there, I test it, or just seal, and then we're nice and set.
It's all good, just move it. Right, we've got a group like that, let's just pay them all the best space. It's usually away from where we are. Beautiful counter rucks. Alright, we do that click, remember, it's that 2 pass. We've got to keep that 10 seconds, get it moving. Get the body shapes after that.
Well, apologies for any language you picked up in the huddle there. The Irish really addressing that contact area we talked about early on, Rob Bickerman.
And you can see it, the amount of passes they've got, 23 moving laterally, 12 carriage, which is when the attacker engages the defensive line. That's their plan for it. You heard about third man sealing, getting there quick, then bouncing out and scrum half. They've got the plan in place. Trouble is, against New Zealand, your little tiny errors count against you. And that's what was the story from that first half. This is the most gripping of semi-final World Cup games. Absorbing efforts from both teams.
3 tries on the board, no conversions, so just 5 points in it.
Left.
Cape Town Stadium, the venue. Championship semi-final, the action. The Melrose Cup is up for grabs. New Zealand, that team looking to claim it for the 3rd time in a row. And Ireland in uncharted territory here, looking to get their hands on it. They're down by a try at the half. Ireland with a flat, low kick. McNulty, as he did last night against the Springboks, causes all sorts of havoc. And the first half starts with an incredible moment for Andrew Smith to tie up the game.
Well, the first half started with 30 seconds on the clock for New Zealand to get over. Ireland have bettered it in the second half. Within 10, McNulty leaps, beats Dixon, who's one of the aerial specialists. Smith chances on the bounce, hits the gap and cannot believe what he sees. The Irish support punch in the air, the grit shown facially from Smith, but that is exactly how you start a half from Ireland.
The 22-year-old scores it. The bench loves it. But how about Harry McNulty? As we look for the lead off this kick, just pulled to the left. McNulty was an absolute pest for the Springboks last night at both line-out and kickoff, as we saw there.
It's like the high jump leap, gets it right perfectly. Simbin power play, 10 points. That is how vital it can be to keep your men on the field. Discipline, absolutely. Leo chanced it, took his time on the sideline. Ireland capitalised.
And Ireland go long. See, there's no one in place there. Can they get a bounce here? Ooh, flying on it was Kennedy. That stays in. They take the lead.
What a card to pull that was, Dardis.
We're set now,
Kennedy
7.
chancing it,
Green
going
here,
deep.
please.
New Zealand expecting the short one, and that is
Green,
one
stay here.
bounce away of the cruel-shaped rugby ball from going into the grasp of Kennedy. But still, New Zealand camped on their line, and it's down to that famous Irish line out to contest.
McNulty will go up, but New Zealand doesn't panic. Here he comes all the way forward. That was the solution Chris Dry was talking about. The Springboks didn't do that, and the All Blacks have done it here, and they've got the reward.
Yeah, you get 3 options at the line out. You can lift the pod, you can move them backwards, or like here, come forward for the front jump. Absolutely fine, but as soon as McNulty gets his arm inside of Dixon's, that's contesting in the air, which you're not allowed to do by grabbing the player.
And by coming forward, it just gives McNulty so much less time to react and get in the way.
And what's really clever, it also tees up the next chance for them to dummy the front and then go back. Scott Curry, the most experienced player out here. He knows exactly how to win these big moments. And with Dixon going off, he's now the jumper.
Time on.
Well, the experienced Amanaki Nicole comes on, the 30-year-old. They stay at the front, and McNulty does get his hand in there. Great athleticism to keep the ball in play. A set piece, a big problem for New Zealand at the moment. They're going to kick.
Hold 6, white.
No one home. Both players arriving tentatively, Leo and Conroy, and the whistle's gone.
Down the ball. Early.
I think a lot of people here, Reece, with arms out, wondering why that was a penalty.
Play on. New Zealand. Flip inside. Comfort on the ball. Nashu, so big, so strong. Quick release from Nicole.
Advantage.
Advantage being played for offside. Oh, great. Quick feet.
Advantage over.
Quickly through the hands. Nicole lifts it out wide. Not the best pass. Kills the momentum of Nashu. He's still on his feet. Still dancing, still stepping. Molia, pardon. Relentless pressure from the men in black. Ireland just hanging on at the moment.
No.
15 meters out from their own try line. New Zealand looking to take the lead. 3.5 minutes to play in the second half here of the semi-final. Some tired bodies out there. Relentless. Oh, missed tackle. Good driving play from Nicole. 5 meters out now. There's 2 men open. It goes wide, and he chose to come infield. Did Molia, and that's cost him the dive for the line. I don't think it's down.
Well, the head shake would suggest nor does Leo. That is inches.
Matt, try yes or no,
Had it
please.
right. Why not go right?
Stand by, Ruben.
He picks it up from the base. A foot comes in to try and stop him. The hand knocks the ball out. It's still live. And the whistle blows.
Rob, if it's in goal, there's no advantage in goal, but this one is in the field of play, so it's a knock-on, as you said, advantage. That ball's still live, but credit Reuben Keane, the Australian referee. He's in great position, and he's now asked, is this try or no try? Let's have a listen in. The whole stadium is silent. The ball's still not over the line, so I don't know how he can award it at this stage.
Ruben, I have a decision.
Yep.
The ball has been knocked on by Green
Okay.
in the tackle.
Yep.
So it's a scrum to New Zealand on the 5.
Okay, thank you. Let me explain. So
Yeah,
it's been
that's-
knocked on
that's
by
our take,
Ireland in the
Rob.
tackle going forward, so it'll be a black
Knocked
scrum,
on in the
okay?
field of play, so scrum 5.
No. So,
So there's
decision's been
one
made.
question as to why that ball wasn't
Decision's
allowed to
been
be put
made.
down 3
The
seconds
knock on,
later.
the restart is attacking 5-meter scrum, okay?
Good work from the officiating crew there.
I'll call time on when we're ready, please.
Ireland still under pressure, just 5 meters from their own try line.
Yeah, of course. Crouch! Time on.
Baker's now on, he's putting the ball in, and we're going to see his thumbs up.
6. No. Hold, yeah.
Yeah,
you
you
let
saw
him
a
be.
bit of tussle there between the scrum halves. Baker giving him the elbow.
You can blame the two halfbacks, okay? Let's go again.
Wonderful player, but he
Give him
is
space, please,
most
6.
definitely
Crouch!
the protagonist.
Bind! What's going on, Tex?
Well, you see that
Okay.
gold
Go long.
Melrose
Go long.
Cup on the black jerseys.
Hey, 2. It's dealt with, okay?
There it
He's
is.
going to go long.
So the
Crouch!
one missing there, 2. The last 2 for sure. This is the
Bind!
12-game win streak that is currently in jeopardy.
Set!
And you see that New Zealand player right there in behind. Possession. Width. Malia pushes it wide. One-on-one. Reaching out.
Short!
It's short, said our referee. Quick pick. Baker flips it wide. Scott Curry goes wide again. Nicole driving the legs. He's wrapped up by the Irish. This is side to side. This might be the 5th or 6th time they've gone across, but the first time they've gone over the line. McGarvey Black with another one. New Zealand takes the lead.
And what a time to get a hat-trick. McCarthy Black, the point of difference for that flag flying. Stoic defence from Ireland. They held them out for so long, but it's this miss followed by this half tackle that gives McCarthy Black that opportunity through the guts of this Irish team. Crucially, right next to the sticks. 10-7s here in Cape Town.
We'll talk about saving your best for the big moments as the conversion goes over. Garvey Black's got 4 tries, 3 of them in the Cup, the championship semi-final.
Big statement from that man, stepping up when it's needed most.
Quick way.
Still this game, an incredible balance. You've got to feel Ireland have battled there to the play of depletion from energy from last night. It's taken its toll, exhausting stuff in defence. Still a bit of life left in this one.
New Zealand to kick off. And just barely going to travel 10. No, it doesn't. So opportunity for Ireland.
Far more tiring the game of 7s to defend than it is attack. And Ireland just defended for about 3 minutes on their try line.
As you said, sorry Rob, but a program that started way back with David Nusafora, the vision to fight for their right to play. Anthony Eddy started it out. James Topping now in charge, and a whole group of athletes that want to die for each other in this green jersey. They've all had setbacks in their rugby careers in different ways, and this 7s group is their way to express themselves. They're down 7. Last possession. Can they get to a Rugby World Cup 7s final? They need a try. Conroy. Half gap. Kennedy. Just trying to get out of the tackle, but New Zealand are up to it at the moment. The ball's out the back of the ruck. That'll do it. He can run out of bounds. That would be enough, and it is. The All Black 7s have booked a place in the Melrose Cup final with a victory over Ireland here in the semi-final.
Take it to lucky 13 for New Zealand and their win streak. Incredible it might well be, but how about this Irish team? They could not have given much more. Still yet to punch a hole in New Zealand's ticket of teams they've beaten.
Well, let's go sideline for action with KT.
Ngārohi McGarvey back. Congratulations on a fantastic win. Just tell me what it felt like when the final whistle went, my man.
I think with the amount of things going on in our team, injuries, people passing away back home, it doesn't get any more better than playing in the semi-final at a World Cup in South Africa against a quality side like Ireland. It just can't get any better, and the crowd turned up today, so it can't lead us on.
Just talk me about the result in this whole squad.
I think we're just trying to build a lot of depth. As you can see, that we're missing maybe 6 or 7 players, but it doesn't really matter because the depth in our team is going real well. So I think it just comes down to all the hard work that we've put in over the last year, so I think it's paying off.
You know what, congratulations on a fantastic win, another World Cup final. Cheers, Moult.
Cheers.